Picture this. You are standing at a networking event or maybe a social gathering.
Yeah.
You just introduced yourself to someone new in English. They smiled. You smiled.
Hmm.
And then, well, just absolute silence.
Oh, your brain is just screaming at that point. It is such a terrifying feeling.
Right. It really is.
Yeah.
So today in this deep dive, we're looking at the actual tools you need to avoid those awkward conversations. I like to think of an awkward silence like a stalled car.
A stalled car, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does not mean the journey is over, you know. It just needs a simple jump start.
Exactly. And, well, before you can jumpstart the car, you actually need the keys. In a conversation, the keys are just the absolute simplest greetings.
You mean things like, hi, I'm so-and-so, what is your name? Or just, nice to meet you?
Yeah, exactly. Those. Returning to the basics is, well, it is a really strategic move. If you ask a complicated question right away, the other person might panic a little.
Oh, because it takes too much brain processing power.
Right, exactly. But a simple greeting relies on reflexive memory. It requires almost zero effort for them to answer.
Which takes the pressure off both people. It lowers your heart rate immediately.
Yeah.
But, okay, once we get past saying hello, I mean, the conversation has to actually go somewhere.
You need to keep it moving.
So how do we keep the momentum going? Think of a conversation like a friendly game of catch. Once you say hello, how do you throw the ball back to the other person?
Well, you rely on classic, easy follow-up questions. Things like, where are you from? Or what do you do? Which just means asking about their job, right?
Right.
Or even, what do you like to do for fun? These are questions people have answered 100 times before.
I see. So the response is almost automatic.
Yes, exactly. And that builds immediate comfort.
So you are basically throwing that conversational ball to a place where they can effortlessly catch it.
That is the core of the whole strategy, yeah. The goal is to find shared interests without asking them to, like, defend a really complex opinion.
Which explains why topics like food or coffee routines are so great, especially morning coffee, or movies, music, pets.
Oh, definitely. Universally, people enjoy talking about what brings them comfort. If you ask about someone's morning coffee order, it shifts their brain entirely out of that anxious mode.
Right. It moves the conversation into a really low-stakes memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. What if I ask about their favorite movie and they say The Matrix and I say, cool.
And then just crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, complete silence again.
Right. Even native speakers get nervous when that happens. What do we do when the formula just fails?
Well, the first step is to realize that silence is perfectly normal. I mean, it happens in every single language.
So it only gets awkward if you panic.
Yes. If you panic and let the pressure build, it feels terrible. The easiest way to save the interaction is simply to hit the reset button.
By asking a completely fresh question.
A total pivot, yeah. When a topic naturally ends, you do not need to force it to continue. Just redirecting the focus gets the engine running again.
Give me an example. Like,
Yeah.
what do you ask?
You just ask, so what do you usually do on weekends? Or, have you traveled anywhere interesting lately?
Okay. It shows you are still engaged, and it opens up a brand new path.
Exactly.
That word engaged really gets to the heart of this. You know, when we look at the psychology, the main reason people freeze during silences is just the fear of saying the wrong thing.
Oh, absolutely. The fear of making a mistake is a massive barrier.
Right. We get so worried about, like, making a grammar mistake that we just stop speaking entirely.
But our sources reveal a very comforting truth about that. You really do not need perfect English to have a good conversation.
Actually, striving for perfection often makes you sound kind of rigid, right?
Mhm.
Simple English is good English.
It really is. And, you know, a smile does a massive amount of the heavy lifting.
Yes. Smiling puts the other person at ease. And it actually changes the physical tone of your voice to sound warmer.
Because it all comes down to human connection. People care far more about your friendliness and your curiosity than they do about your grammar.
Wow, that is such a great point.
Yeah, if you smile and show genuine interest, they will gladly overlook a misplaced verb or a tiny vocabulary error. They are just happy to be talking with someone pleasant.
Right. So to wrap this up, you now have the exact tools you need to navigate the silence. Start with simple greetings, try safe topics like food and movies, and remember that silence is normal.
Exactly. Just ask a new question. You have the framework to handle the pressure now.
Absolutely. Because a warm smile beats perfect grammar every single time. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. If people truly care more about your friendly attitude than your grammar, how does that change the way you prepare for your next conversation?